Alrighty, welcome to some very interesting stuff over here for JD's Francais. Yes, over here. It's been something that I've been pretty interested in seeing about, primarily because, well, the whole, rework stuff that's been going on about, really, so I've been very interested in stuff over here. Also, let me hear the background is the one used for the Superman Defensive War stuff over here. Primarily because I use something more than the G theme. Well, the G theme is pretty good over here, but just having the background a lot over here is something that very much that's gonna be tiring over here. It's good, but it's just it's not really anything different over here. So we'll be doing something different here in the background. It's some music for that was used in the new French Civil War super event over there. And, much prefer the old one over here, but the new one definitely is a little showcasing of what is to come over here. But enough about that over here. So, for the first of two teasers, yes, today and tomorrow you're gonna get two teasers over here. One up next over here is the Ideology one. The two new ideologies that come over here, and I have no idea what to make of them, really. It's very interesting stuff over here. So yeah. First over here we got the escadron over here for the full French Civil War stuff going on over here. And yeah, so we still got some old phase over here, but China and Giselle and Henry done about that over here. Now, I'm asking, I thought we were gonna do new faces. Yeah, they're still not doing new faces over here. Primarily, there's more show time passing and stuff over here, but we still got some holdovers from stuff over here. Just so that you see, Henry, the motherland, is now in the escadron over here, and it will be point over here in the little teaser video, the little teaser description side. Okay, but yeah, we got all the other people over here. We are going to start off with Judgement over here, but the escadron Egypt, Ideology of Futurism. So look at that new icon, Futurism over into there. It's very different. It's the same. It's very similar here, but I don't see the two guys on the side over here. I see the sword with the leaves over here. Now two guys that got the lightning bolts over into them. It's a very interesting sign over there. Anyway, Nongisier as a pretty much the de facto here, the escadron over really, despite all the shit they pull over here. Anyways, Nongisier. When my Napoleon was exiled to Saint Helena, he was an ultimate end. There will be no third return, no battle akin to Austerlitz, and no more imperial glory. He would die there on the miserable island, ever so far from home. It was humiliating for such a genius. That not the fate of Charles Nongisier, the golden child of Futurist and Bonaparte of modern France. That he really gained another triumph akin to Rome, as he now once more in his homeland. Born in 1892, Nongisier became the ace to expedition in the New World. Via his passion stemmed from sport and racing while he was in Argentina. It would be bare on that he was that was his first love. It would be such a chain reaction that would soon define his later life. Yes, the air was Nongisier's own speed, and the tool used, which is used by its beholder. When the first great war broke out, Nongisier would join the French army, primarily a member of the young service aeronautique. A rowdy pilot, Nongisier would find his first grave rebellion when disobeying his superiors to fly, where he would going to Paris to enjoy his vices. For this, he would be placed under house arrest, but he would soon be within the air once more, publicized by the press, getting more victories in aerial duels, though this would be set back by a crash. By the end of the war, Nongisier would have 43 air victories. After even more great aerial achievement, the spirit of rebellion would come back him once more in the form of Napoleon told. When Nongisier became named one member of the new avant-garde, his really beloved status would see him rise high within the sky realm, becoming the head of the Falcon Nongisier. The right wing of the escadron had just gained in Napoleon, and though his maneuvering, they would stand like the men of iron that made a squadron of aircraft, the soldiers of the emperor even. But being avant-garde skies as consequences, Nongisier was ultimately a dangerous man to Napoleon. So like Icarus, like Napoleon, Nongisier finds himself thrown out of his homeland that he had served for decades, in the land of pharaohs long gone. Each year with Napoleon exile, but also stands as Elba. And like Napoleon crossed the sea that day, Nongisier would cross the Rhone now, staying in France once more under the Empereur des Français, his own right over here. So yeah, Nongisier, even after all this time, after all the weeks over here, he's still gonna pull Napoleon over here. Yeah, so in case you don't know here, in the old reworks over here, Nongisier was basically before the whole we're working on all this stuff here. Nongisier, way back then, he recently could declare himself Pharaoh of Egypt. But that was completely changed over here. And after that, though, he would come into power after the escadron faction wins the French Civil War here. He come back into power over here, and basically declare himself Napoleon over here. So he's still out here declaring himself Napoleon even after all that's over here, which is neat over here. I love me some Napoleon up over there. You know, watch Cold War Napoleon over here. That's an idea that I never thought I would ever think I'd see, nor hear, or ever even conceive, really. But definitely is that whole Napoleon vibe over here, and it's very much so something that I'm very keen to see how that's going to play out over here. I wonder if it's still going to be called like the Empire of the Future or something. Maybe. I am wondering about the Empire of the Future. I heard that was a name dropped around over in there. But yeah, actually over here with the other two guys, I mean Christian de la Maizière and Giles de Luz over here. If you're not seeing him over here, if I remember correctly, Giles got removed because he didn't make sense. So we got instead we got all these other guys over here. So very much interesting to see what a lot of guys over here. I know Christian de la Maizière is gonna be around over here. He probably will be. I'm pretty sure he's gonna be like kind of like a figurehead sort of person over here. He's gonna lead the escadron faction until one of these four can come into power here. Kind of like Tino, how the rework Tino Ideologies is doing over here. Haven't kept up with Tino in quite a while. That's the vibe I'm getting over into here. Well, from what I've seen over here, it's very similar to that one. Alright, over here we got Cérémonie, comme là, les escadrons. Reactionary nationalism this time over here, with them portraits. France's history intertwined with sovereigns and domains. His story sparked praise of good kings and noble knights, royal glory and imperial dominance. The evolution and endless narrative as France has moved through the centuries, a sense of republican fraternity has established itself in the National Français. Liberatory replaced the president, while republicanism was replaced by the Sénat. Cérémonie is the very antithesis of history and attends to any of the savoir chapter Français. Born to begin a new century in 1909, Molière found his political passions as a mere student where he began to write. Retired Marat, L'Arcon Français, quickly becoming a believer in the right-wing antiqualists. He would soon after become part of the non-conformist movement of the chaotic 1930s, writing with the Arcon Français till 1932. My favorite political was destroying the avant-garde arose. My fortune singer said Molière was one of the many former AF members that got part of the FNAG organization, with many original members going to become important statesmen of France, like George Valla over here. In Redford, he was a former member of Arcon Français over here, but now he's the Syndicate National over into there, which is part of part of the FNAG over there. There's somewhat factory within the FNAG over there. But not all surrendered to former beliefs. Molière included, and as time went on, he would reunite the remnants of the integralist force into a genuine FNAG faction, combining reactionary and monarchist tradition with Arcadon futurism and the faction's exact ideology. While once small as the Senate emerged and while the Camelot immediately grew inside with a number of disgruntled students and cowmen entering in. When Bertrand Laguerre passed out here, so yeah, I'm pretty sure Artaud still died in like 48 from his prostate cancer, if I remember correctly. I think that's still happening over here, and you got a place by Liger over here. Yeah, so yeah, you won't be seeing Patron over here live in 52 over here. Sad, a little bit nice over here, but with how things are, how like things are gonna be different over into here, I'm assuming it's gonna be soon we're gonna be finding out how the Civil War plays out instead of Artaud dying. And I got Ferdinand Liger. Anyway. FNAG, the coalition anti-Senecus will band together and chant the Senecus to duel over France's fate. There is now named the Camelot, the escadron to the rise as well. Before the face of the new right resistance present within the anti-Senecus coalition. The Camelots will prove to be brave, valiant, firing in every front possible, but the battle was not just external within the coalition. Molière restricted his faction power within the coalition, as they would compromise alliances to do the sit. And like a trees grow, the Camelot will expand their reach in the anti-Senecus coalition. And when the war ended, Molière would take the matter of France is still toward restoration. The road ahead will be long as the new Norman. France is surrounded by rousing enemies will come hell or high water. France will survive this test and survive every other. The past revolution is dead. Long live the reactionary revolution over here. The reactionary revolution is over here. So he's the guy that If you saw my flag post on the community tab over here, he leads the that like that like that warless flag over here with that Ouroboros on it over here. And if your name the Holy French Domain over here, so he's the head of that over here. And I'm actually kind of interested to see how that plays out over here, because I want to know if we have a crown of monarch or not over here, whether it's just gonna be like Thorin Munir just doing like an eternal regency or some shit over here, with just trying to institute like a reactionary futurist ideal over into here. I'm very interested in all that over here, because I want to see how that plays out over here. I want to see if we actually crown somebody or not. And it's very much interesting thing over here, because I never really think of serious. I didn't even say this was actually escadron faction, to be honest with you. When we first saw all the French Domain, I know that there was like a faction composed of former Archon Fan members, but I figured that that was like a potential like uprising to happen. So I don't know if like a little uprising can still happen or not. But yeah, I did not expect him to be in this over here. Very interesting stuff, and I'm very curious to see how that's going to be. Anyways, Milice Badesh, Escadron, Pure, le Futurism over here. So we got 2 brand Futurism over here. If I remember correctly, I think he's like, I think he's like the most sane out of all the factions over here. All the potential hits the Escadron. That's what I've heard over here. They might have completely told me wrong. Anyways. What does it mean to be unreal, to be the heir of our told, to be the son of France? When our told and its cadre so brought forth a new dawn for France, many believe that that moment of such a joy would be short-lived. The artistic growth would be damned through France's folly. But would the naysayers stand no more, but in their place stand calm men. Such is the mind of Milice Badesh, the new spirit of revolution. Born in 1907, Badesh would become the would have his first experience with the right when he met Thorin and Robert Breislich, who was introduced to him to Action Francais. In particular, Baldi would fit perfectly within the more anti-Semitic circles of the party. He would be just a young man who went sees the right of France and his vision of freedom, and no inspired by he became the able body of all told. He would later join the colonists who would inherit right-wing yet futurist nature alignment. But he should own over here, so yeah. Right, you anti-Semitic over here, you get to join the colonists over here, because that's how that goes. That's how that goes over there. It's a lot of bad people in the colonists, if I remember correctly. I don't know, I don't think the colonists are in forever, so I might remember myself over here. There's definitely a lot of Nazi collabs within the colonists faction, so it makes sense. Future television for France had fellow colonists remember Kill's idea of poetic form of nationalism. They each form a form of truck of his own, providing themselves at the Escadron Pure. Promoting a France that saw itself at the air at all beyond him, even in revolutionary national thought. At least with later, like when eras lead, they kind of least the full strength in the Pure and French politics. That was when we truly gained the most hardline old guard the Escadron, enlarging the Escadron Pure to a true force to be recognized and discussed for the anarchy. Sanarchy, sorry. The Escadron Pure would join the ranks for the anti-Sanarchy. We had to have men like the veteran duos of the EP would be put to good use on the front. So diligently would gain reach popularity of power in the coalition, becoming one of the top figures in the war and in victory. Now France has born anew, forward by various thoughts and enhanced to a new ideal. No longer will the home be brought down by its own kind, now it will stand strong and unchanging time. I told Druid alive and he's young. Again over here. So I'm assuming this is like a I told 2.0. He's modeling himself after I told over here to pretty much from a little fucking over here. It's kind of like reminds me a bit of like Martin Bormann over here, except for TNO. Except he has a revolution. Except he's a lot more revolutionary prick and more active on his reform stuff over here from what I've seen over there. Very interested to see how that would play over here. Very interested. And all sorts of all this seem interesting. Mainly because I just want to see how they all play out, to be honest with you over here. I'm very interested in all this over here. I'm so excited for this model. It definitely is very intriguing mod over here. Very intriguing mod with all sorts of interesting shit over in here. Anyways, the last one over here, Henri de Motherland. Escadron Fumin with his ladies and stuff over there. So yeah. Very much love the icon. Whoever designed like the ideology stuff over here, you guys have done a great job over there. That's some nice looking art. Anyways, passion is at the heat of every cause. But to be good or bad, to seek championship is the ideal of man, the apex of a life even. To have an adversary is romantic. Generally, the motherland, such topics are but an average aspect of life. Born 1895 to smaller family, Henry would find Phoebe as a patronage, the arts and dramas to be a natural calling. Becoming enthralled with it at a young age, he would with the Roman world, seeing a foreshot to the future of human politics. After serving the first gate to the motherland will explore passion to hues and further. But in more literature, that the poet's son would soon be overtaken by the coming ideological moon. In a way, the avant-garde revolution, the motherland would become an era support artistic revolution, but it would not be very long until the blazing image of a toad softened to disgust as La Man. The avant-garde became a bastardization of accelerationism to the motherland, and a true of everything the world even meant. He knew he needed to do something to save woman's love of passion. This simplicity take root damn fetch forever. Thus he started to commit the invisible, the Action Revolution. And the Invisible Committee. The first two oppositions delivered one. The committee was set to work during the war with Italy, vowing to cross Rubicon to bring forward a new revolution. But failure never came, and fury would triumph, solidifying the total disaster for the motherland, but a temporary one. As the Senate wars, the committee would have a new life breathed to us. New people came in, all undisgusted and seeking help from now almost automatic resistance to the committee. They that properly organized escadron, few men had been waiting over for a decade, full coming between Liga Pass and the anti-Senate heroes. After a siege of passionate, the anti-Senate was victorious, and through maneuvering, the escadron film is still triumphant. Today, the legionaries, but tomorrow, with passion and power at their fingers, they shall be Kaisers. Indeed. Plenty stuff over here. So I'm assuming that he's going to be, after his loss of it, he's going to be radicalized even further with Fumeism. Oh, yeah, we're going to go beyond Le Futur over here. And so based on what I've seen over here, the French Civil War is going to play differently. So when Ferdinand Langer dies over here, the anti-Senecus coalition comes out over here. And it seems like when that happens over here, everybody's going to start putting guns at each other. It's pretty much going to be like a Mexican staff over here. Someone's going to fire a shot over here, and then boom, France is dead. And Civil War be occurring. It's very interesting though. It's a lot different than how it was before over here. When a toad died and then people just try to fucking take over the government over here. Now it's like when Liger dies, anti-Senecus faction pulls and be like, "Hey yo, give that shit up," and Senecus like, "No," and then they start beating the shit out of each other. It's pretty much what I've read over here. Very much we can see like a more like expanded version of the French Civil War style. How do we get a tease about that at some point over there? I'm very curious to see how this. Very curious to see like a new map of how the French Civil War is and how that played out stuff. I'm very intrigued stuff with that. Wonder how many of the old faces are we going to see over in here. Very curious to see if we're going to see any more of these two. This can be it over here, because we don't have to lose anymore because the dev said it didn't make sense over here. So I'm curious to see where else we're going to find some stuff. So yeah. Sorry. So tomorrow over here we're going to be reading the other two ideologies that come with it over here. And as for this part over here, I'm very much intrigued with it. What do you guys think? What do you guys think about this stuff over here? I'm very curious to your thoughts about all this over here. This seems very interesting over here. And which one would you choose? Out of the big four, which one would you choose over here? Till then, I'll see you guys in the next video over here, which will be the ideology stuff over here, which should be coming out tomorrow. Unless something comes up over here. Possibility, but should hopefully come out tomorrow. But I'll see you guys later. Bye.